Hello everybody, this is Giffen, and I thought I would take the chance and show you Cami and how I have it set up. Show you my skills on the commander that I have in there. Just take a look at the ship before I take you into a match, and we'll see how we do. And I've got a Momoto in here, and you can see all my skills, how I have them set up. Priority target, preventive maintenance with the bonus that he provides. You've got expert marksman, of course, last stand. At this tier, I wanted to go ahead since I run into so many other DDs, and I hunt DDs quite a lot. I've got survivability expert for just a few more hit points. Torpedo armament expertise. Basic firing training, just for a little bit faster on the guns. These guns hit really hard on Cami, and it's just like this as well to get those turrets, because the turrets are kind of slow to turn. Nobody expects this to be a gunboat, but I do what I can. And my concealment expert, which takes it down to 5.4. All the personalization. I've got the broad pennants, I've got the colored shell tracers, I've got the fireworks on. You get the fireworks on First Blood, or when you get a Kraken. And when the Kraken kicks in, you get second wind, and you can see torpedo tubes, main armor, main battery, reload time. Everything's faster. Everything's faster, and you heal. So, First Blood, which is why I didn't take Superintendent, because I try to get First Blood as often as possible, which gives you one extra mounted consumable of all of your consumables. So it's just like having this, but you you have to go and do a little bit more. Modules on Cami, nothing special. Engine boost, I run premium on all my ships every time. Doesn't matter what ship. I mean, I can just pick a ship. I run premium consumables on everything all the time. So anyway, I'm not quite sure what else you would want to know about how Cami is set up. Love the ship. Always loved the ship. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into a match. And really, what the reason I'm wanting to point this match out is there are times when you get into a match and you just have to you have to control, especially like when I get in with Cami and I'm in a tier 7 match in a tier 5 ship. Everybody outguns you. And when there's carriers, don't even get me really started on carriers, because right now, I mean, they're working hard on it, but it's just hell on DDs. And when you get to this, mid tier, there's two DD or two CVs aside. I mean, come on, it's just a beast. It's a beast. You can't, and if they're working together, rocket attacks. I mean, come on. You get spotted, they come at you 2-3 times. When they have to fly away, they can just tell the other person, hey, come on, let's finish this guy off. So I understand they have to do their damage, and I understand. I've never played a CV, and I will never play a CV. That's just me. I like to stick. I'll stick to the surface ships. Thank you very much. You know, to those that play them and those that like them, more power to you. Have at it. But just know that with this rework, you've made DD life hell. It's getting a little bit better, but it's still hell. You know, really need to take it back to 1 CV per match, per side. That's really rough. It's really rough. I know there's a lot of extra people playing because they're wanting to try them, and they'd have to sit in the queue time. You know, it would be a little bit a little bit longer, but we've all been there. We've all sat in the queue for a while, you know, so pick your ship, you pick your fate, right? All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and we will get into the match. All right, all. Now, what I was trying to say about this match here is looking at the lineup. Of course, we're on Two Brothers, and it is my favorite map, by the way. Looking at the lineup, each team has 4 destroyers, 3 cruisers, 5 battleships, and it seems like it's a pretty good setup. I was expecting a CV in the match, but didn't work out that way. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was people rely on that matchmaking monitor and the win rates and all the stats and things of that nature. Now, understand we are supposedly our average win rate for the entire team is 6% down, right? So me spawning on the west side with little support around me. I hate this side, by the way. I only forced to go this side. Will I go this side? Sometimes you have to try and control your surroundings, because looking at matchmaking monitor, I can look and see how many battles people have, you know, things like that. And you really, really need to try to control what you can. Like with me being in a DD, I'm the one out there spotting. I'm the one out there, you know, providing targets for these people, and I need their support, because why spend your time out there spotting if nobody follows you, right? So we have an Atlanta. I asked him where he was going. I'm being followed by an Akatsuki. Got a gunboat with me. See an Anshan over there, so I call for support, and the Atlanta's going to take him. I'm looking at the... Now there's a Mayhem. I'm looking at the Congo as my first target with a PEF behind it. I'm trying to keep everybody spotted. Now there's a York. Now I went into this match needing to spot 3 ships. That was for that contest going on, whatever it is. Anyway, I look at the map and I see he's on the inside of that island. He's 6-7. I can take him. That's what I was planning to begin with. Now I smoke up because I wanted to take some shots at this Mayhem, but he's staying out of range, and I kind of screwed that up, because normally I would have just gone away from him. Now here's why I don't there's your fireworks. Now I have an extra consumable of everything. You kind of have to just take control. Now, I was telling everybody, I was trying to position them. And I see that York, he's cutting in to avoid the torps, so hopefully I can get him to run into mine. Now the Anshan, he is bailing. He's out of there. York. And this is where you use your guns. The York took a torp, and I'm hoping to get a hit on him before I get blasted. Okay. The gun bloom screw, get me started with that gun bloom. That makes me mad because that gun bloom stays up way too long. That's 20 seconds. Baloney. They should just left that screw up in there. Got the Gneissa now. He's facing those two. And I do tell everybody to watch the cap. And I told the Emerald at the beginning. He took off and he went over to the east side. And I told him at the beginning, I said, watch the cap for DDs. Watch the cap for DDs coming up through the middle. Now I'm heading over this way. He takes out the spotting plane, and the Emerald gets killed. So he's of no use, right? And I have no idea because it didn't lag on me in the game that time. I'm trying to keep the Mayhan spotted while sneaking up on the Frederick. Try to get him in range. And I know for a fact that Anshan has gone up the middle and there's no one in the cap. We have the Atlanta. The only ship that's even close and headed that way is the Texas, and he's not. I got one torp hit. I'm going to throw some more torps at him since they reload so fast. I know I'm not going to hit him. Just try to sneak a torp or two through that edge, past that edge. And as long as the Texas stays in the cap, you know, it'll pause it. We're slightly ahead on points. But you'll see a change here shortly. Yeah, we've taken one or two hits, but we're good. And there's the Anshan.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
When you find yourself in a position when you find yourself in a position through experience or whatever, just knowledge of the game, when you find yourself in a position to help teach other people, do it. That Arizona, there was another Arizona, and he was bitching. And I told him, DDs play to the strength of your ship, as every ship should. You know, just because you're in a certain ship, don't feel bad for using the tools you have. Right? Alright, so Anshan down. We're still behind now. And I told, looking at the mini-map, everybody is losing over here on the east side. And I said in there that we needed to get over there. I know that the Mayhan and stuff is behind us. and that Cammy is good. He's a good player. We got 2 DDs over here, and we have 3 battleships. And the Akatsuki said that now we're really getting down, and these guys are getting chased out. Now, I know we left the 2 ships on the west side, but they were far enough away. They knew. At least I was out there because I hit the Frederick and sank the ship in front of it. So he's worried about me being over there. And if you could see, the last view of him was he was against the barrier, the boundary. Now, I'm going to try and spot the DDs, hopefully. The Nagato is my main target since he is the lowest health. He can't turn out because he'll run into the Congo. And I tell the Akatsuki to stay there and wait for the DDs to show up because they're coming. Now, Cammy Torps just went by me. So, there he is. Point him out for him. That's who I was telling him to wait for. Now, the other DD, the other Minakaze, is here. And he's right there. So, I need to get Torps out on the Nagato. The Congo's still too far out. Even if he was steaming ahead straight at me at full speed, he would never run into my Torps. I wanted to save a set of 2 Torps for the Minakaze. And now we're just waiting. See, I'm checking him out, seeing where he's going. Now, I know the Minakaze's still out there, and he sees my smoke. And, yeah, okay, now he's smoking up. When you have a chance to teach someone, teach someone. Even, you know, if they tell you to shut up, maybe somebody else will appreciate you spreading a little wealth, you know? Maybe they'll appreciate and learn something. Because this game is about learning. Learning not only what the ships can do, but how you have to approach it. Now, I sat in this smoke way too long. I deserve this. Didn't kill me, and it makes me wish I had the other captain's skill for the moment, but no big deal. Alright, and there's the Minakaze. Whoa, this could time this. Oh. Aha. Thank you very much. Please come back later. Tip your waiters and waitresses. Alright, so that Queen Elizabeth is way out of the fight. And there's nobody else there now. Except the DD. Mayhan's on the other side. PEF's on the other side. And we've got three of the battleships here. Now, I knew to turn around. The Atlanta, boy, I'll tell you what, he was a big help in this match. He was a big help. And I pointed out. And I'm just throwing some aerial denial torps. Just in case that Cammy comes through. I pointed out this area because I knew that those two had gotten back together and were pushing from that side. Mehan? Idle Frederick is butt up against the island pretty much. He's turning. I'm going to go for him. You know, I really appreciate you, every one of you, for watching my vids and liking my vids and wanting me to create more vids. I was going to wait for him to come out, but this Akatsuki he's pretty much got first shot on this guy, and he's crossing in front of me, and I want to twerp him, you know. But, yeah, I wanted to thank you all. It's such a good community. We have such a good community. You know, it does get a little toxic at times, but it's what you let it be. This sucks, but what can you do? I was pushing it. It's alright. It's alright. Because looky. Whoopsie. Now, if you look at the score and you look at the time, I would say that normally, the Atlanta, I asked him earlier if he had any radar left, and I would put the money on us if he did have radar left. But the Mayhan's going to be gone in a second. It's not like he can escape. Everybody's closing in on him. But the other two on the other side are the ones that could really gum things up, you know? Now, let's go follow the Atlanta and watch him for a few. Well, he's kind of beat up. I was talking to the other cami driver. Normally, when there's another cami in the match, I go after them. It's just the thing that I do. You know, if I have a chance, I go after them. And I really didn't have a chance there. I wanted the shots on the other one. But he said, good game. I appreciated it. I complimented everybody at the end of this match because this really was a good match. And the Atlanta driver was asking what he should do. And I'm like, you know, just stick around the cap. Stick around the cap. It's easier to defend because they have to push. They have to push. They have to get in there and sink people. So, even though he doesn't have radar, it's a massive gunboat. You know how fast these things shoot. It can chew up a cami in a heartbeat. As long as he doesn't die to the battleship. You know, so anyway, what I was saying was I really appreciate all the people that like the stuff that I do. Like my vids, follow me, say nice things. You know, I've got haters like everybody else, but I don't pay them no attention. I really wish that you would all like and share my stuff. Get people on Facebook. Get people on Facebook. Get people on YouTube to follow me even more. There was a time that I really, really wanted to be a community contributor. But when they come back and said, you don't have 1,000 people sub to you on YouTube, what's a person to do? You know, I've got 200 something subscribers. That's on everybody else. You know, I can only do what I can do. And honestly, with all my vids, I've been posting more on Facebook than I do on YouTube. And I've got probably tens of thousands, maybe not that many, but I've got thousands and thousands of views on my videos. You know, but it's YouTube where the money is. So I don't know if I can pretty much give up the hope of ever becoming a community contributor because I love the game. I've got, 12,000 matches. I'm known for certain things. I'm not a great player. I'm not a great player. I'm decent at best. I'm good in some ships, bad in some ships, but you know what? We all are. We all are. So I hope that you enjoyed this match. It was a really good match. If you followed the chat, I just told him hang out. I told the Atlanta stay dark. He's just the fact the Atlanta's in here is keeping the cami out. 21 seconds to go. I told the guy to watch for torps and to stay dark. Glad he put that island between him and not get baited out there going after the cami. So friends, you have a great day. I appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. You have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.